Good evening, everybody. I declare the Special Council meeting open at 6:31 p.m. And just as is our practice at the commencement of every council meeting, we do an acknowledgement of country. The City of Vincent would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land, the Wadjuk people of the Noongar Nation, and on behalf of the City I pay my respects to Elders past, present and emerging. In terms of apologies, we do have apologies from Councillor Harley and Councillor Loden this evening. I'll just see whether we have anyone who wishes to speak. It's public question time. Would anyone wish to come forward and address Council on the Special Council agenda? I'll take that as a no, so we'll close public question time. And that takes us to the reports for the meeting. So the first report that we're dealing with tonight is the election of Deputy Mayor. Do I have a mover and a seconder for this item? Moved Councillor Toppelberg, seconded Councillor Hallett. CEO, have we received any nominations?
Through you, Mayor Cole, yes, I've received one written nomination in the form required from Councillor Susan Kondrashevsky.
I'm just seeking to ask council members if there are any further nominations for the position of Deputy Mayor. There being none, I declare Councillor Kondrashevsky the Deputy Mayor of the City of Vincent. Congratulations, Susan. Can I just, well, before we do actually swear you in, but before we do that, I'll just put the motion. All those in support? I declare it carried unanimously. Councillor Kondrashevsky, if you wouldn't mind coming forward, the CEO is just going to ask you to come and sit in his chair for a moment and we will swear you in so that it's official.
I, Susan Lee Kondrashevsky of 42 Plunkett Street, Highgate, having been elected to the Deputy Mayor of the City of Vincent, declare that I take the office upon myself and will duly, faithfully, honestly and with integrity fulfil the duties of the office for the people in the district according to the best of my judgment and ability, and will observe the Local Government Rules of Conduct Regulations 2007. Thank you very much. I just sign. Fabulous. I'm doing the...
Congratulations, and Councillor Kondrashevsky has now moved to the seat that we usually reserve for the Deputy Mayor. So, if you wish, CEO, that would be nice. Thank you. So again, congratulations. And we'll now move on to item 4.2, which is the appointment of council members to regional councils and the Metro West Joint Development Assessment Panel. Do I have a mover for this item, please? Moved Councillor Toppelberg, seconded Councillor Murphy. Councillor Toppelberg, do you wish to speak to the item? Councillor Murphy? Right, well,
sorry, I will just ask a question just in relation to item 2. Have we got any indication from the Department of Planning about training for DAP? About when that is scheduled, because I assume they would have scheduled a session shortly after the election.
Through you, Mayor Cole, no, I was in the process of checking that today, and they haven't provided us with any information at this stage, and we'll get that information for you this week.
Look, I just, in terms of dealing with the item, the first clause 1.1 requires one council member for the Mindarie Regional Council. I have indicated that I will nominate for that position, but I'm just seeking to know whether any other council members wish to nominate. Okay, we'll note that. And then in relation to clause 1.2, the Tamala Park Regional Council, where one council member and one alternative member is required, I have noted that I do wish to nominate for the member position. Is there any other nominations for this position? No? Okay, we'll note that. And I'm also calling for an alternate member. Can I have nominations for an alternate member to the Tamala Park Regional Council? Councillor Murphy. Any further nominations? Thank you, Councillor Murphy. And finally, I'm calling for an alternate member for the Metro West Joint Development Assessment Panel. Do I have any nominations for the DAP alternate position? Councillor Gontaszewski, are there any further nominations for this position? Thank you, Councillor Gontaszewski. Does anyone wish to comment or debate this item? No? All right, I'll put it. All those in favour? Councillor Fotakis? All those against? I declare it carried. Thank you. Now moving on to the appointments to the City's Audit Committee, item 4.3. Do I have a mover and seconder for this item? Moved Councillor Toppelberg, seconded Councillor Hallett. Do you wish to speak to the item, Councillor Toppelberg?
Only to note the outstanding quality of the nominees for our external members, and very difficult choice, and obviously those nominations are confidential, but it's great to see that we're getting that level of feedback and desire within the community to be a part of it.
Thank you, Councillor Toppelberg. Councillor Hallett? Look, perhaps if I can speak, I have asked for some expression of interest in the role, and the interest so far has been myself, and correct me if I'm wrong, Councillor Gontaszewski, Councillor Harley has indicated interest by email, Councillor Loden has indicated interest by email, and Councillor Toppelberg has indicated interest. Is there any other further interest from council members here this evening? Okay, so then the issue is that we have called for 4 positions, but we have 5 council members who are interested in participating on the Audit Committee. In terms of the committee and being part of that committee, I do note that the current makeup of the committee has been holding daytime meetings during office hours, but I understand that that's not a possibility for Councillor Harley, and that we may have to put that back to the committee to potentially seek some kind of consensus on meeting timeframes. It may then be that all members are not able to attend at all times, so my suggestion would be that we could allow all 5 council members who have expressed interest to be on that committee. The alternate is that we would have to go to vote. Are there any comments in relation to that proposition?
Sorry, just a question through you to the CEO. Given that it's been established as a committee by decision of council with the terms of reference which indicate the number of members, is it simply a decision tonight that would be able to alter it, or does it need to be a decision of council to alter the terms of reference in terms of the makeup of the numbers?
Through you, Mayor Cole, if council was willing to or wanted to appoint 2 external members, then in accordance with the terms of reference, that only leaves a space for 4 council members. If council wished to appoint 5 council members plus the 2 external members, you would need to amend the terms of reference to increase the size of the committee accordingly. That could be done here as the first business prior to proceeding with recommendations 1 and 2.
There are 2 options on the table. As the presiding officer, I'm not able to move an amendment. So if there is no amendment to amend the terms of reference, I will have to put it to the vote. Councillor Toppelberg.
I'll leave it.
Councillor Gontaszewski.
Can I move to amend the terms of reference to allow 5 councillors and 2 external members to be members of the Audit Committee.
Do I have a seconder for the amendment? Councillor Murphy. Does anyone wish to speak to the amendment? Okay, I'll put it. All those in favour? Declare it carried. Is there any further discussion on the substantive? Okay, I'll put it. All those in favour?
Sorry, don't we need to put the
Oh,
names
my
in there of the
apologies.
external members?
We haven't selected the committee members.
Correct.
I'm so sorry.
I'm happy to nominate Connolly Manifest and Elizabeth Hunt, who have been previously on there. But again, I do acknowledge the quality of the other candidates and hope that they will be encouraged to continue to liaise with the city on appropriate matters, because I think it's been, it's fantastic, but happy to continue with the 2 current members.
Councillors, any further comment in relation to the appointment of the community members? Look, I'll just add that they haven't had a full term at this point, and I think that they're probably just really starting to embrace the role, and it would be, in my view, valuable to have them continue, given that they're really starting to get across the City of Vincent's Audit Committee material that's presented to them, so I would also support those 2 committee members. Is there any further comment? Okay, I'll put the motion. All those in favour? Declare it carried. At this point, members of the public gallery, we do have one confidential item. So Maria Torberina, who's our PA, will take you through to the function room, and please enjoy some refreshments, and we'll join you shortly after the confidential item. Thank you. Can I have a mover and seconder to move behind closed doors? Moved Councillor Hallett, seconded Councillor Murphy. All those in favour? Declare it carried.